Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna get my smoke before I get started. My drink. Yeah, we live right now. They responding. It's funny. They've been responding, so I gotta address it. Not, I don't say these dudes' names because I ain't in the name calling. That's telling to me. So I ain't addressing nobody's name, but we gonna respond to. I done seen a couple channels responding back to our comments that we left. Y'all see that? Y'all beat the sun out here. We ain't playing. Nigga came from nothing. It's beautiful sun. Beautiful sun. Anyway, yeah, we outside. It's a nice night tonight. We gonna politic outside tonight, a little bit. So I just got done watching. Shout out to Al Prophet, and I think I'll probably be watching my shit too. You know what I mean? Shout out to Al Prophet because he went from one way to a whole nother way, but he referencing the shit that I'm saying. Now he say he got a reputable source, which I didn't need to hear about the wiretaps. I already knew what that was about. About how homie was in the bed with the broad and dude on the phone. What type of crazy shit they was on? This nigga on the phone, she in the bed with the federal agent. He justifying to them like, yo, just leave me out the paperwork. They're like, yeah, we think we can do that. This, that, and the third. He's like, yo, make sure I get the time cut and all this and all that. These is the motherfucking wiretaps that Cuff was trying to get subpoenaed, and they would not let him in court. Now, if you go back, these niggas showing paperwork, which I seen it already. Like I told y'all this. Dude, when they did the hearing, and they was talking about, well, what about where the wiretaps at? They wouldn't disclose them. See, a lot of y'all getting that information off of Pacer. Pacer ain't shit, man. All right, you can pay $30 or something, and you get the basic shit. Most of that shit is coming from the defendant. You understand me? The federal prosecutor didn't file none of that shit. Only thing he gonna file is try to reject and extract and keep the shit sealed. All right, because third-party cooperation is a dirty fucking secret that they don't want y'all to know about. But it go on every day in the federal government. All right? What the deal? So, what they did was they hid the wiretaps. So, like, follow, subscribe. When they hid the wiretaps, that way it can keep dude off the phone. But like I said, it really wouldn't have mattered because if it would have went through, they still would have had to bring him to court to give him the time cut. They couldn't give him the time cut in his fucking cell. He would still had to go in front of a judge, and get the time cut, which would have been on record. And they told him that. You know what I'm saying? It would have been on record anyway. You know what I mean? So, what they did was they tried to hide it. Thinking, and then the Cromer motherfucker tell me on the phone, it ain't gonna go to trial. But Cuff fought that shit. Cuff fought that shit. He fought that shit, and it almost went to trial. That's why Cromer got on the stand and pleaded the fifth. You're a federal agent. Your job is to tell the fucking truth. Why the fuck would you get on the fucking stand and plead the fifth? And then you got this chick mentioning Meat's name in open fucking court, which directly puts him on the case. They're not gonna mention your name in open court with the defendant, and he's the one filing a motion to get in the court for this situation to be heard, and they're mentioning you in open fucking court, and you're not on the case. It don't work that way, all right? So all these dudes is reading this paperwork off. That's off a Pacer, man. That's the basic 1s, 2s, and 3s. You ain't gonna get no evidence off a Pacer, okay? You're not. They're not gonna disclose that. That's because anybody can buy that. All right, if you can go on Pacer and buy the evidence from the case, then goddamn it, everybody be able to do that. Every case would be beat. You feel me? It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It'll never work that way. That's not how. Yes, you can. Definitely can. Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Don't go nowhere. Yeah. So I want to know if it's. Um, yep. Yes, you can. Mm-hmm. Yes, okay. Hold on, let me see. I don't know how to write in the description, but let me see. Oh, I can pin a message. Here you go. Okay. Let me see. No, it won't let me. Hold on. I'm trying to go where you can. Let me see. Twitch off. Yeah. Um. Oh, I want to know if I can do it. I want to know. I'm sorry. I want to know if I can possibly donate 40,000 due to the super chat. Yes, you can. By all means, leave a message. Leave your information in the comments and leave a message, and then I'll reply back with where you can send wherever your donations you want to donate to. But anyway, so now dude done went. Yeah, he like, yo, you gonna stay out of this situation. You're not gonna be involved. Blah blah blah. Boom. But in the meantime, only way this can go on, you gotta make this girl your power of attorney. Cause what does that do? That means she can talk for you. Feel what I'm saying? She can go up there, deny everything if she wanted to. We're not gonna hit her with impeachment. We're not gonna hit her with a contempt of court or saying she perjury or nothing like that because we're prosecuting them ourselves. So why would we hit our witness with perjury and she's there to testify for us? She's just gonna denounce anything the prosecution, anything the defense shoot at her. That's what she do. But so, and like I was telling everybody before, If you ever go to a court proceeding, it could be state too. You know what I'm saying? It could be state too, because they use informers too. But if you go to court and they mention somebody's name in open court, now granted, this ain't the prosecution presenting this hearing. This is the defense. So anytime that the defense, even the witness mention your name in open court, you're on the case. See, it's just certain things dude can't get around, and everybody trying to go grab this paperwork off of. But that shit ain't about nothing. The evidence was the shit that was floating around on the federal compounds. That wasn't that shit that's on Pacer. That's the shit they want you to see. All right? That's how it works, man. You got to remember who we dealing with. We dealing with the motherfuckers that writes and prints the money. Okay? All right? So, they're the same motherfuckers that came to this land, took it from Native Americans, did a deal with the Moors, brought slaves over here, fought the British from out of here. They've been conquesting this motherfucker since the beginning of the time. This is the people we dealing with. Okay? That's why they go to any lengths to win. Just like when the United States goes to war against another country, what did they do? When they attacked Pearl Harbor, they wasn't even going after Hitler. They wasn't even fucking with Adolf. Okay? They wasn't even dealing with Adolf. Okay? They heard rumblings, him talking about he's coming towards the west. They wasn't playing Adolf no mind. When Japan went and bombed Pearl Harbor, that did it. That fucking did it. That did it. Okay? And what did the United States do? They said, okay, Japan is clicked up with Germany. How we get rid of these two motherfuckers? Okay, we gonna go blow these motherfuckers off the fucking face of the earth. All right? We gonna eliminate these motherfuckers so we ain't even got to go over there. Then we gonna go deal with Germany. Okay? We was more advanced. Go back and look at the movies. When we were fighting the war in World War II, right? When we was fighting in World War II, United States was using walkie-talkies. They had the mobile telephones out there dropping strikes. Germany ain't had that. Them Nazis didn't have walkie-talkies and shit. They running around geeked up off of meth and all the other drugs, and that's it. They had to wait for their commands to come through on paper. Okay? They didn't have the state of the art we had. That's why we went over there and mopped them up so fast. Yeah, all right, look. We got to go in here, say these motherfuckers, these Jews in this building is captured, bring them out. We got to get 100 meters to the left because they're going to drop this motherfucking bomb. At this time, we gave them the coordinates, boom, dropped the bomb. Shit was over in 6 months. See what I'm saying? United States that's how they work. So you gotta figure, if you're going to court fighting these motherfuckers, they kill and crush whole countries, whole continents, okay? Ukraine and Russia been at war for them 3 years. They saying United States got these motherfuckers to the table to issue a ceasefire. United States is a country. You got NATO, who got there 40 countries involved with. They couldn't get these motherfuckers to the table. But the U.S. can? Come on, man. And these are motherfuckers you fighting in open court. They gonna go to any lengths to win, bro. Any lengths. What they do to China? Okay, China, we gonna sanction your motherfucking ass. Now, because you sending us these goods just on Temu and Shein, or none of this shit. We asked you motherfuckers, because y'all sending fentanyl over here. Putting it on our streets, sending it through the mail, and we can't get no money from it. We can't tax it. So you mean to tell me we already don't fuck with y'all, then y'all gonna put a drug on our streets to kill us, and make all this money off of us, and we can't get a dime? Nah, that ain't how we work. So what they do, they wouldn't put sanctions. Not because they selling us bad produce, not because they doing bad deals, not because they putting bootleg shit out here on the streets because of fentanyl. They put them sanctions on them. For a fucking drug. So what China do? They went and said, okay, contacted the cartel. Okay, y'all right on their back doors. They're right in their backyard. We gonna give it to y'all. We'll trade y'all. Y'all ain't gotta give us cash. Y'all can give us exotic fish. We'll meet y'all in motherfucking Canada. Why you think they after Canada now? We'll meet y'all in Canada. Y'all bring it over here and put it in United States streets. What they do to the cartel? Call them a terrorist. Talking about hitting them with drone strikes. This is what they do, man. This is what the government do. Feel what I'm saying? This is what they do. They locked us in our cribs for what? To put these towers up for 5G. This is what the government do. And these are motherfuckers you fighting in open court? And you think they gonna keep shit a buck? Come on, bro. They print the buck. They print the buck, bro. Okay? They print the buck. You feel me? They print it. Ronald Reagan was the biggest motherfucking dope trafficker in the United States behind Obama. Behind Obama. And guess what? He put it on the streets and told us, if you get caught with it, I'm giving y'all life for this crack. Yeah, and they showed him how to make it. I'm giving y'all life about this crack. Because his niece got put on crack. And the wife found her. It's her daughter's, it was her sister's daughter's. It was her sister's daughter. He make the crack law. Eat 1 gram of cocaine equals 100 grams of crack. So you get caught with 4.5, that's a life sentence. But he's selling it to us though. You selling us a drug like, yo, I'm gonna sell it to y'all. But y'all get caught with this shit, I'm giving you life. What the fuck? Then you got your CIA operatives flying them motherfuckers in to all these private airports that was around the country. If you from a city or a state that had one of them private airports that was there, right? They landed the motherfucking drugs on the runway, had a whole bunch of sheriffs there, unloaded the shit, and then used the sheriffs to move the shit from city to city. Reagan. Okay? Reagan did that. That's what it was, bro. I'm gonna give you another story. 60s and 70s, cocaine was a wristband drug. It was freebase, and then it was smack, which was heroin. Who era was from that era? Obama. He from that era. He from the smack era. So what he do? When he get elected, he knew all that shit was over there in Afghanistan. What he do? He went over there and confiscated all that shit. All that shit. That's why, not the 8 year, not when he did it this. So when he come into his second term, 14, 15, 16, 17, what was the highest drug in the country? Heroin. He made billions off of that shit. He sold heroin. Every other motherfucking president sold cocaine and crack. That motherfucker sold heroin. Okay? And that's why. Because he was from that era where his era, they did smack. They didn't do crack. Reagan got in, he took the black motherfuckers out, he took the men out the household and put motherfuckers on crack. Okay? Because the majority of motherfuckers in the 70s used heroin, they was white. Heroin was a high drug. It was not cheap. Okay? Cocaine was high, heroin was high. So normally motherfuckers did cocaine and they sold the heroin. Okay? That's how the blacks did it, or they freebased it. They wasn't no crack then. Okay? And the majority of motherfuckers that was hooked on heroin was white. So when Reagan got in office, he said, fuck that. I'm going to get these blacks hooked. And he got the blacks hooked to crack. Now you got crack babies popping out and shit. Who's running around here right now? Yeah, for sure. But when homie got in office, he sold heroin. Yeah, 14, 15, 16, 17 was the highest number. What was they calling it? The opiate epidemic. Was it an opiate epidemic in the 60s and the 70s? No, it was not. It was not an opiate epidemic when they was coming back from Vietnam with that hooked on that shit. It was not an epidemic. Why? Because the nigga got in office and started pushing that shit itself. So what the pharmaceuticals, what the doctors do? Blew down on them. Hey man, you selling that shit? I want some of that shit. We selling that shit too then. All right, cool. I ain't tripping. What'd he do? Okay, that the pharmaceuticals, they start prescribing everybody pills. Everybody was getting pills then. Oh man, pill was heavy, heroin was heavy. It was an opiate epidemic. Why did they say that? Why? Because that's what the president was pushing. Opiates. Okay, he made billions off of that shit. So they pushed opiates. Okay, now you got the opiate epidemic. So what they start doing, you see, go to these treatments, you get methadone, you get strips, you get all this funding. Then you got a bunch of states sued the goddamn opiate companies. They come out with all these opiate treatments. They get you on pain clinics if you taking pills. If you was doing heroin, they get you in the methadone clinics. And all this shit going on. Right? So it left a gap. During that time, from 17, who coming there after that? Because China was really tripping. That's why wasn't no fentanyl then. Trump getting off talking shit to China, so they said this with the fatty. Boom. Hit us with the fatty. Then we get on China ass, they hit the motherfucking Mexican cartels with the fatty to get it over here. Now the cartels is a goddamn terrorist. Now they're a terrorist group. So now we can attack them on any continent, on any part of this continent, and say they are a threat to our national security. There you have it. Goes back to what I'm saying. These is the motherfuckers that you deal with in open court that you're fighting. They ain't never gonna keep it 100. They always pulling the back door. They the first motherfuckers to pull a back door. You know what I'm saying? They backdoored the Indians. They backdoored the Mexicans. They backdoored the African Americans. They even backdoored the Jews. They backdoored them too. Because they didn't give a fuck what was going on with them. Until they dropped the bomb on Pearl Harbor. Oh, now what's the problem? So they had to make amends. Because they turned the blind eye after all the motherfuckers was getting slaughtered. So they gave them free passes. Come over here, man. We'll look out for y'all. And that's what they did. They gave us 40 acres and a mule, too. We just weren't smart enough to keep it like the Jews was. When they went and beat the South, when the North beat the South, Lincoln went and liberated every goddamn state in the South. Killed all the slave owners' wives, the kids, everybody. Left all the property to the slaves and left. And went from city to city and state to state doing that. But the South was smart. They knew. They damn near prepared for it because they never taught us how to read, write, or count. So what they do, they come back and say, now y'all got to pay taxes on this land that they left y'all. You don't know how to pay no motherfucking taxes. You don't even know how to count. Motherfucker. So what happens? They seize the land back. And that's how they took back their 40 acres and a mule from us. Same way these niggas is illiterate now about this situation. When blue is blue and black is black and red is red, but dude, you feel me? That's just how I go, man. But like I said, it's entertaining to me because one comment I seen said, "Oh, you reaching? How I'm reaching? I'm going off of the facts." Because y'all trying to justify some shit that they done put into the computer for you motherfuckers to digest. It ain't the truth. Now we reaching because A, He's dude, unindicted co-conspirator. B, they mentioned Cuffey name in open court with Meach. They mentioned Meach too in open court in a federal hearing. That automatically puts him on the case. Because why is they even talking about him? And he already got sentenced to 30 years. So why are they talking about dude in open court in a hearing? That shit should have been struck from the record, right? Why are they talking about him? And he already pled to 30 years on a whole different case. What the fuck is they talking about him for in open court? That's 2. 3, why the fuck would he give a federal informant his power of attorney? Don't make no sense, right? And then 3, when Cuff had his man talk to his man say he down there with him right now. Cuff says, has his lawyer send his man an affidavit for dude to sign. Once his dude get the shit in the mail, he round up his dudes from St. Louis, blow down on homie Meach, and say either sign this or get the fuck off this pod. And that's how he ended up on the pod, the same compound with Gangsta Williams. So it's either, like I said, man, it's A, B, C, or D. He know that. Now 50 done got a hold because she's gonna release everything with this documentary. Then what y'all gonna say? When everything I'm saying come to fruition, don't call me no prophet. Don't call me no journalist. Like I said, our prophet done switched his story up. He done dug deep. He talked to a motherfucker who actually logged the conversation in. So he's a federal, he worked for the feds. If you talk to somebody that actually logged the 3-way conversation these motherfuckers was having, right? With her and him in the bed, with Tammy, the agent, in the bed talking to Meach, and them putting this plan, working this shit out, you gotta be a federal informant. You gotta be a federal agent yourself. That's just like Alpo. Alpo had so many motherfuckers on his case. He would have never been able to disclose all that information. And like I said, you can't get the evidence from Pacer. Only thing you can get is some of the motions that was filed. And that's it. Even that indictment is extracted from Pacer. Okay? The names on the indictment is extracted on Pacer. Like, they're not, that's just like the one dude was reading the paperwork. The one I seen, the shit wasn't extracted. Now they got the shit extracted on the motherfucker. Feel what I'm saying? And this is the reason why they had to move dude to a PC compound, because now his paperwork is floating around the federal prisons. See what I'm saying? So that's why every time he was hitting the yard, he was going back in there because he couldn't come out. Okay, we're going to send you to this one. Man, I can't come out on here, man. Send him right back. All right, we're going to send you to this one. To the point, they're like, fuck it, we just going to send you to this joint over here, man. Everybody in this motherfucker getting down with us. So you straight. And that's where he finished his time at. But like I said, I like the fact that now our information is starting to get starting to pick up steam. And not just on this platform, it's on a couple other ones too. You know, it's starting to pick up steam for sure. So, yeah, man, you know. It's just, it is what it is, man. A lot of these, you'll be surprised. But I understand everybody put him on a pedestal. They put Meach on the hustle pedestal. And he was. But at the end of the day, it's about drugs. You think he gonna give his whole life up for drugs? It's not happening. It's not happening. You know what I mean? It's not happening. But like I said, you get that off of motherfuckers who don't know no better. Dude wanted to come up off that 30 years. And no, he started working in maybe 2 years after he was down. He put that shit together. He wanted out. But the fucked up part about it is, man, you burnt your man who you've been walking with for over 30 years, man. That's sad. That just go to show you, man, ain't no friends amongst thieves. Over 30 years you were rocking with this dude, man. And you burning. Mm. And it's fucked up. It didn't work because the nasty broad was fucking with dude. But if she don't mess with that agent and keep it all the way solid, me should have got out in like 2015. He'd have been home. He'd have been home. And Cuff would have still been trying to get this shit out. And that's another thing, shout out to our prophet. Now everybody, he been trying to get this shit out since like 2016. He been trying to get this situation out. You know what I'm saying? You know? But this is what hard work and grind gets you, though. See that back there? This is my 4th commercial business. This is what hard work and dedication gets you. Feel me? But like I said, man, look in the links. grab some merch. Fuck with your boy. If you can't get to the shop, grab some merch. We have delivered right to your doorstep. But that's basically what it is, man. It's really a clear cut case of 85% of what's going on in the federal prisons. And this is what I'm saying. Everybody else jumping on this shit ain't nothing new. This shit ain't nothing new, bro. They do this shit in the federal prisons often. I told y'all, man, I seen a story. A dude was robbing drug dealers and went to trial, and the feds went and got a motherfucker they say he was locked up with and said he told dude that he was robbing drug dealers, and they let that motherfucker go. Then the feds got in open court and said the drugs he was robbing, he was stopping them their operations from working. So basically, he was robbing informants. They gave that motherfucker 20 years. And the feds got up there and said he was stopping the drugs from our drug operation to flourish because he was robbing. Because he was robbing. And the jury, that's how fucked up. Fuck what the prosecution say. The jury sided with these motherfuckers. And they got in open court and said that the drugs, he was stopping their operations from flourishing by robbing drug dealers. That's deep, bro. These are the type of motherfuckers you get to fighting with. That's deep, bro. You get in front of a jury of 12 and openly tell them he was robbing the drug dealers and it was stopping our operation from flourishing. So you should give this man life. He ended up with 20 years in trial. Got a motherfucker he had never met, dressed him up, put him on a stand, and said, yeah, he told me he robbed drug dealers. And they let him go. The man was doing something like 20-something years. Let him walk right out the goddamn door. It's a cold game, man. These motherfuckers ain't no joke. They ain't no joke. They ain't no motherfucking joke. That's why if you beat them motherfuckers, you gotta go legit. Because they coming back. They was the first one to spin the block. They started that spin the block shit. They started the backdoor shit, and they started the spin the block shit. The feds started that. Because they coming back. You beat them motherfuckers, they pouting, they mad, they coming back. Sometimes they gonna tell you, man, we ain't gonna sleep until we see you do life in prison. Mm-hmm. Great movie. I'm telling you, great movie to watch. It's evident to that. Great movie. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Everything they put in the movies, man, the feds had it already. Government got it already. But Wall Street, money never sleeps. When Gordon Gekko get his money back up, you know what the fuck he did? After he went and took that 20-year sentence for inside trading like he did, when he got his money back up like that, back to them billies and trying to get to that trilly, that motherfucker left the United States. He left. Why? Because he knew with his name being tied to anything that got to do with trading again, they was coming. That motherfucker left. He left the country. Got the fuck out of there. Because he knew. That was one of the coldest things I seen in that movie. That motherfucker Gekko got the fuck out of Dodge. He got out of Dodge. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Daughter pregnant and all. I gotta go. Gordon got out of here. Gordon got the fuck out of here and ain't look back. So the moral of the story, ain't no winning this shit. You got two men that got pitted against each other with two of the most toxic things on this planet. A vindictive woman and the federal government. If you got them two against you, it's hard to win. You know what I'm saying? And she got to be a cold-hearted motherfucker. She just gonna sink a dude she ain't never even met, really. And you just gonna get this motherfucker all this time. Then you working with some of the most slimiest motherfuckers that's known to man. That's been doing slimy shit since his conception. And y'all all link up together. Like, at the end of the day, who wins? Cuff don't win. Meech don't win. Meech's name tarnished now. His credibility's gone. There's no way he can get that back. Right? Who gives a fuck about a reputation if that's what he's chasing? But that's gone if he was trying to salvage that. Then he blew up a relationship with a dude he been down with for 30 plus years. He killed that. Let alone any of the other members that he got issues with, because there's some more than him. Because he took a plea and said everybody up under me worked for me. Some motherfuckers were still trying to fight their case. They forced him to cop out because the head of the motherfucking indictment say I worked for him. Killed that. So at the end of the day, nobody wins, man. And now you got motherfuckers on this internet, and it's the number one thing. So if I was him, I would make a YouTube channel, monetize my name. So every time somebody put my name in the comments, chat, anything, I'm getting paid. That's what the fuck you should do. I wouldn't do a video on that bitch. I would just make a channel. He'd get so many motherfucking subscribers so fast. I wouldn't put a video up or nothing. I would just do it so my name is monetized. That way anytime somebody use my name in the algorithm or anything, because he trending like a motherfucker. He trending like a motherfucker. So I will put my name in that, sit back, and just collect the money coming in. Fuck it. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Get my PSI. Get with me a little director cat. Because I can't. 50 got my shit for fucking 10 years. So I can't. I got to get my PSI, change the names in my PSI, and make a movie myself. I can't get sued for 50 because the names is different. The story might be the same, but the names is different. And then I'm going off of my PSI, which is public record. Half of it is. He got the paperwork that he got his paperwork that's he can use and make a movie myself. Call it something else. Blowing misery for show. You know what I'm saying? Blow money for show money. That's what I'll call it. Blow, B for blow, money, M for money, for show. Blowing money for show. That's what the name I would call the movie. Because that's what the fuck he did. Blew a whole lot of money. What? Hey, man, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? But, like I said, man, I appreciate cats tapping in now. Our shit getting out there. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely getting out there. Our narrative, they starting to hear the rumblings going on. Motherfuckers starting to jump on the story. Because, like I said, man, the truth is the truth. You keep reading that paperwork, it's gonna run you in a circle. You know what I'm saying? You just stop, put your thinking cap on, and make it make sense. That's it. And for the most part, it makes a lot of sense. A whole lot of sense, man. You cannot say a motherfucking name in open court like that. Unless A, they're a witness, or B, they're indicted with you. So what is he, a witness then? Because she damn sure said Demetrius Findlay in open court. Why would you even bring his name up if he had nothing to do with it? Why is they even asking me questions about him? Why would his lawyer ask her questions about him? Even if his Cuff's lawyer asking her questions, why? Because he's in this case as unindicted co-conspirator too. This is your man in here in this paperwork. Well, why he didn't know, and he didn't know what? What was he supposed to know? What the fuck was he supposed to know? Don't make no sense, right? What is he supposed to know? You on a stand giving a testimony about a nigga who already got 30 years on a whole nother case. What the fuck is he supposed to know? Why is he even involved? There's no reason for him to be involved if he ain't had nothing to do with it. We talking about the same government that knocked down their own president for years. They said it was a motherfucker that shot from a window. But the first time I looked at the video, I seen who did it. Because why would his wife jump out the back of the car? She was running away from the motherfuckers that was shooting him in the car. They were shooting him inside of the car. Okay? They were shooting him inside of the car. The driver and the passenger were shooting inside of the fucking car. Then they flew with the body, retrieved the bullet, made sure his slug wasn't in there, because back then they was, and it's crazy, because they was even using FNs back then. And that's what he got hit with. He got hit in the head with an FN. So they went, retrieved bullets from there, what's his name? Oh, man. Not Thomas Jefferson. Was it Jefferson? It might have been Thomas Jefferson. Flew him in on the plane, knocked him down. Then covered it up, sent another dude, an agent, sent another agent to knock dude off that court before he could tell him, man, I was drinking a soda, man. Knocked him down, killed two birds with one stone. And then for all the years put it on the mafia. They ain't had nothing to do with that. That was the CIA and the Secret Service had put that move down. The Secret Service was working for the CIA, and they knocked Kennedy down. Then when his brother got wind and was going to expose who fucking killed his brother, because his sister-in-law told him, they shot your brother from inside of the fucking car, they knocked him down. Made it look like the mafia. Case closed. Then Ted drove the car. They tried to say Ted was drunk. Drove the car into the water and killed the girl. They cut his brake line. They tried to kill Ted too. Junior got the evidence from his mother. She told him, look, I'm going to tell you what happened. It was from inside of the car. He was going to break and tell, too. He was on his way with his wife and his sister and his sister-in-law to go have that meeting with Europe about them and about who really killed his father. And they made sure his plane went down. Okay? That's why it was a pilot. He wasn't flying it. It was a pilot aboard. But the pilot ejected after they knocked them two down. They knocked everybody down on the plane. He ejected. It hit the water. They came, scooped dude up. Case closed. Case closed. You know what I'm saying? Case closed. And he was already ducking because he was already looking. Junior was already looking over his shoulder because Griselda was trying to kidnap him and use him for leverage to get out of federal prison. But that plan got spoiled. Yeah. Yeah, she was going to kidnap JFK Jr. and hold him for ransom until they let her go. Plans got canceled. Dude told, because they tried to force him involved, dude told what was going on. They gave him immunity, put him in private protective custody, and stopped it. So he said the government was involved, and he was going to air out who killed his daddy, and they knocked his plane out the air. Come on, man. They've been doing this shit from the beginning of time. The United States government plays for keeps, bro. That's just what they do. They play for keeps. They play for keeps. And either you're going to get down or you're going to lay down. That's how it go. And most the motherfuckers, when they come for them and it's time to go, they get down. They lay down. You feel what I'm saying? They lay down. You know? But, like I said, best thing to do is get the information out. Once the information get out, then you take whatever you want to do from that. But for the young boys, stay out the federal prisons, bro. That ain't no, y'all don't want to go there. That's like the one little cast I seen, man. They killed that boy, man. The feds picked their gut and picked that murder up. Them boys looking at the death penalty. Feds still will kill you. They got all that. They even inducted the fire squad. They were plugged in the fire squad now. They wanted to do it by stoning. But they got the fire squad now. So, it is what it is. But we peep y'all. We definitely peep y'all writing about our stories. We definitely peep y'all. But keep it going though. Like, follow, subscribing. We out.